morning everyone. Today I am Bharti from BBM's third year BBU going to present presentation on topic performance appraisal under the guidance of Dr. Nishant ma'am. So performance appraisal. Performance appraisal refers to the project review and evaluation of an employee job performance, skills, achievement, etc. and the contribution of the company. So basically performance appraisals means that the evaluation of the employee and their and their performance measurement. Basically they used to screen the employees in this. So now we're going to study about the objective of performance appraisal. And first we're going to see that what are the objective according to employee in appraisal. So first is concrete and tangible particulars about works. Second is assignment of performance, personal development, work satisfaction. Fifth, involvement in organization. So basically, employee have some objectives like they came to know about their works very strongly and detail. Then their performance should be measured in that how they are doing in the organization. Then their personal development is also took place, and then they get work satisfaction just because of performance appraisal, and they feel their involvement in the organization. Okay, so the next slide is objective of performance appraisal according to organization. That why organization prefer performance appraisal and what are the objective for them. So the first is measuring the efficiency. By doing performance appraisals, they are able to measure the employees' efficiency, their working capacity. Now the second is growth and development. To make the organization grow, to make the employee grow, and to cope up with the current technology, they used to do performance appraisal. Now third is maintaining organization control. To control the organization very properly, they used to do performance appraisal. Then fourth is increasing harmony and enhance effectiveness. Okay, so now we move toward the traditional methods. Basically, traditional methods of performance appraisal have been widely used for many years and typically focus on evaluating an employee past performance based on set criteria. So basically, the traditional method was used from the so many past years. So let's see one by one. First, graphing rating scale. Evaluating an employee on scale for various traits or behaviors such as job knowledge, punctuality, and teamwork. So basically in this they used to judge the employee on the basis of their knowledge, punctuality, and teamwork. In this this method is basically simply easy and easy to understand, but its disadvantage is that it is quite subjective. Now the second is essay method. The evaluator writes a detailed description on the employee. So basically in this method they used to write a detailed essay on the employee. This is a detailed feedback for the employee, but the disadvantage of this method is that it's quite time taking, subjective, and depend upon the evaluator skills. मतलब कि अगर किसी मैनेजर्स का अगर मूड पे उनका पर्सनल इफेक्ट भी पड़ जाता है इसके अंदर, बेसिकली इसके अंदर ये है. Okay, so now next is checklist method. The evaluator use a checklist of behavior or traits and marks the ones that apply to the employee. So basically, in checklist method, they have some sentence or some words. In that, they used to pick a tick mark on their on their first term performance. So it's quite quick and simple, and but the disadvantage is that can be too simplistic and maybe not giving a detailed feedback to the employee. Then there is a ranking method. Employees are ranked from best to worst on various performance criteria. This is easy to understand. Focus on evaluator in different employees can create, but the basic disadvantage of this method is that it can create unhealthy competition and does not provide specific feedback for the improvement. Now, fifth is peer compared method. Each employee is compared with every other employee on specific criteria, and one who perform better is noted. So basically, in this, two employees are get compared from each other, which reduce central tendency and legacy biasness, force detailed comparison. In this, they got detailed comparison, but thing is that they also demotivate the employee, and it's sometimes it's time consuming and also get difficult to manage them. Now the critical incident method, the evaluator records specific incidents of the employee effective behavior. So basically in this, they notice some their effective and their main behavior in the organization, and then they focus on that. The feedback is in detail, and they in this the appraisee are able to give some specific example in their feedback, and then but the thing is that it is quite time consuming. Then there is a confidential reports typically used in government and public sector. So this performance appraisal is basically used in public sectors, or you can say the government sector, and it is very comparative feedback, and it is sometimes it can be biased, and there is a lack of transparency because it was not available to employ unless and until they are not giving application to them. So next is field review method. A review is conducted by someone outside the employee department, such as human resource professionals. So basically in this what happens, and in this the immediate manager are not doing any performance appraisal of employee. In this the higher authority or some other organization manager came to do the appraisal of the employee, and they are judging them on the current performance. So their disadvantage is that they don't know employee very properly and not able to give a detailed feedback to them, and sometimes they don't have proper knowledge about the employees working environment condition. So these are the disadvantage. Next is force distribution method. Under this, employees are placed into under this, employees are placed into predetermined criteria into top 10, middle 70, bottom 20%. So basically in this, employees are divided into that some best employees are put in 10%, then 70, and then 20%. It helps identify employee high no performance can demotivate employees. In this, they have some criteria. So if some employees are put in high criteria and other one is lower, then the employee which is in lower criteria may be get demotivated and may have some extreme condition and feeling for the organization. So next is behaviorally anchored rating scales, which also known as BARS. Combine element of the critical incident and graphic rating scale methods by defining specific behaviors for each rating. So basically it provides clear standards, but it is quite time consuming to develop, requires some regular updates. Now there is a modern appraisal method. So basically modern appraisal method were developed because there were some faults in traditional appraisal methods. First is 3-degree feedback. In 3-degree feedback, also known as a multi-rater feedback, 360-degree feedback, also known as a multi-rater feedback, is a systematic in which anonymous feedback is gathered about a member of staff from various people they have working relationship with. So basically, in this method, employee get appraisal from from their working partners, or from their higher authority, or from each and every angle they get appraised in this method. Now there is a HR accounting method. Human resource accounting method tries to find a relative worth of these assets in the term of money. In this method, the performance appraisal of the employee is judged in term of cost and contribution of the employees. So basically in this, they are get measured in the term of their working capacity, how much money they are creating and how much they are worth for the company. Now fourth is assessment center method. Assessment center method clearly indicates the talents available within the organization, which help in identifying potential people for a particular position. So basically in this, they used to find some new kind of skills and new kind of employees that already exist in organization, but they are hidden somewhere. So next is management of objective, which is also known as MBO process. The supervisor are oversees other employees are the major players in executing the process. Superior roles including assigning responsibilities to each individual, assigning how closely employee follow set criteria. So basically in this, what manager used to give them instruction, they make to learn their work, and they leave them for doing their own work, and they just oversee them that how they are able to apply all the theories that they teach them or not. Now the sixth is behaviorally anchored rating scales. Behaviorally anchored rating scales (BARS) is modern method of performance appraisals. Both the quantitative and qualitative aspects of employee are evaluated. Basically, in this method, all the quantitative and the qualitative methods are measured under this, and it was also a quite good examples of modern behavior appraisal, and what's quite. And the BARS compare an employee performance with specific behavior examples as assigned a numerical rating. In this also they have a quite number of ratings in performance appraisals.